can you use unit rates to solve constant speed problems? Think about this question during the lesson. The jet flies at a constant speed. If the jet continues to fly at the same rate, how far could the jet fly in 85 minutes? Constant speed means that the speed stays the same over time. The rate you are given is 175 miles in 7 minutes. Why is it difficult to find a rate equivalent to 175 over 7 that has 85 as the second term? It is difficult to find a rate equivalent to 175 over 7 that has 85 as the second term because 7 is not a factor of 85. So you cannot multiply the terms of the given rate by a whole number. Here is one way. Use a table to record equivalent rates to find how far the jet could fly in 85 minutes. How can you find the unit rate in this problem? To find the unit rate, divide both terms of the given rate by 7 to find the number of miles per 1 minute. What is the unit rate in this problem?
Select your answer.
The unit rate is 25 miles over 1 minute. It is helpful to start the table with the unit rate so you can find equivalent rates for any number of minutes. At this rate, the jet could fly 2,125 miles in 85 minutes. Here is another way. Use the unit rate to find how far the jet could fly in 85 minutes. Find an equivalent rate. Why is the unit rate multiplied by 85? The unit rate is multiplied by 85 because you want to find out how far the jet goes in 85 minutes. The jet could fly 2,125 miles in 85 minutes. Now you know how you can use unit rates to solve constant speed problems.
At the same rate, how far would the jet fly in 75 minutes?
Based on the example, there is 25 miles per minute was the rate that it was flying. So they want to know how far he would fly in 75 minutes. So you would need to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 75. And then 1 times 75 is 75. And then 25 times 75 is 1,875 miles. So the jet would fly 1,875 miles if same speed.
Grocery Giant is having a sale on Swiss cheese. How much would it cost to buy 5 slices of cheese at the same rate?
One way, use a ratio table to solve the problem. So it shows us here that we have 24 slices for $7.20. You add the $7.20 for the 24 slices in the table. And then if you want to find the unit rate of the cost, you divide by 24, so you get the cost per 1 slice. Then you have each slice at 30 cents. And then it says for the cost of $5, if it was at the same rate, how much would that be? So then you would multiply that unit rate by 5, and you would get that 5 slices would be $1.50. Another way to solve this would be divide the price for the 24 slices by 24 to get the price per 1 slice, just like we did in the other way. And then you multiply by 5 because that's how many slices we want to know the cost for. and you multiply the unit rate by that, and you get the same answer. So one way is a table, one way is just doing the arithmetic here.
Jared paid $13.80 for 5 tickets to the game. At the same rate, how much would it cost for 3 tickets?
$13.80 for 5 tickets, and we want to know the cost for 3 tickets. First, we take the $13.80 for 5 tickets and make it a ratio, where the tickets is on the bottom for the cost on the top. We want to know the cost per 1 ticket, so we're going to divide the rate by 5, both the numerator and the denominator. So we know 5 divided by 5 is 1, and then the $13.80 divided by 5 will give us 2 76/100ths. And so now we want to know the cost of just 3 tickets. So we take the 2 76/100ths and multiply it by 3. So we have this, and we're going to multiply it by 3 tickets. And then $2.76 times the 3 would give us $8.28. So the cost would be $8.28 for 3 tickets. And that's it.
A ferry boat travels at a constant speed of 57 5/10 miles for 2 5/10 hours. How long would it take the ferry boat to travel 92 miles at that rate?
Step 1 is to find the unit rate. So you divide by 2 5/10 to the distance and the time. And we get 1 and 23, so it's 23 miles per hour. And then we take now we have the equation D is equal to R times T, and that D stands for distance, R stands for the rate, and T stands for the time. So our distance for D will come from the problem at 92 miles. That's what we're solving using for 92 miles at the rate. And so the rate is the 23 miles and the time is what we're solving for. And then we're going to take the 23 and divide it by 23. And we get T by itself because 23 divided by 23 is 1. And then 92 divided by 23 is 4. So it would take 4 hours for the ferry boat to travel the 92 miles at the same rate.
A submarine travels 19 miles and 1/2.
So we have to times this by 2 so that I can equal 1 hour. So I'm going to do the same to the top, and that gives me 38. So now my rate is solved for 1 hour instead of half an hour. So it's 38 miles in 1 hour. So I'm going to put 38 right here. And then I have my T, time, that we're solving for. I want to have my T, my variable T, by itself. So I'm going to divide by 38, which is the inverse opposite of multiplying. So I'm going to divide 38 on both sides of the equation. And so now that cancels out, and I have my T on that side, and then I have 57 divided by 38, and that's going to give us 1 5/10. So the time it would take for the submarine to travel 57 miles at the same rate would be 1 1/2 or 1 5/10 of an hour. So we have now used the equation to help us solve that.